Hey guys, welcome to another episode of KSZD Weekly. I'm Shanice.
And I am Kayla.
This is our fifth episode, and our episode is on teen pregnancies.
Woo.
Now, a lot of us can say we know at least one person who is pregnant, and they're under the age of maybe, let's say, 23. Because around that time you graduate from college. But why do people so young have babies? Why are we having babies?
Could be a mistake. Condoms aren't 100% effective. They can pop at any time in sexual intercourse.
But they know that. So I don't, maybe it's just me, but I don't understand why so many people, get pregnant so quickly. Me, I honestly think it's a fad. They see one girl, they see, say the popular girl in high school or college, whatever, and she's really pretty, everybody knows her, and she's pregnant, and you want to be just like her, which I don't understand why. But a lot of people want to be just like her, so it's like, you know what, I'm going to get pregnant. And it's just, just this thing just keep going. And then, not only that, there are younger and younger girls becoming pregnant.
Like, I know somebody, no names, but she's 16 and she already has 2 children.
That's the thing I'm talking about. It's upsetting. Your childhood is gone. As soon as you have a baby and you decide to keep it, I mean, if you're one of those people who decide to keep it, your parents force you to keep it, it's upsetting because it's like, your childhood's gone. And I really do think it's girls just wanting to be like other girls. Like that show on MTV, 16 and Pregnant. Come on now. Why would you even promote shit like that? Excuse my language. Why would you even promote stuff like that on TV for little kids to see? Because they know little kids watch MTV.
And some kids just do it to get on TV.
And that's the thing I don't understand. Some parents don't care. They're getting paid to show off their daughter and her big belly. And while they're sitting there and their childhood's going, their friends are partying at clubs and stuff, and you're home taking care of a baby.
Exactly.
Something that you don't need to have. I just want to know why teen pregnancy, why girls find teen pregnancy so huge.
It is a number of reasons. When I say a number of reasons, I mean like it can go on and on for possibly forever. But there's this movie on Lifetime.
The pregnancy pack, right?
The girls all made a pact to get pregnant at the same time. Why would you do that? You're in high school. Why would you and your friends want to plan to get pregnant?
Do you think it's lack of discipline?
That's one of them. I think that's one of them. Because like parents need to be on their kids. There's this girl, she's pregnant. I'm not sure about her age, but her mom just gave her condoms and say, "Oh, go do whatever you want with them, but don't get pregnant." And what do you know? The girl is pregnant.
That's crazy. Why would you even tell? Why would you tell your daughter that? Is it that adults are fighting so bad to be young again that they try to act like they're our age? Like I don't understand that. Why would you tell your daughter that?
I don't think that, but I don't know. Maybe it's the way the parents grew up too. It depends on. I want to know how old her mom is.
Yeah.
Because back then, like having a baby at about 16, 17, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was still a problem. But now it's even worse. And if I had my child at 16 back then, and my child was 16 and pregnant now, how do I know how to deal with that? Because I was 16 and pregnant myself, and I don't I don't know. I wouldn't know how to deal with that.
And that also explains why everybody thinks our generation is so horrible. It's because we have babies raising babies, You're 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You're still a kid. I don't care 18's an adult legally. You're still a kid. All right? And you raising a kid it's like, it's like you taking care of your baby brother or your baby sister and your parents not bothering. It's kids raising kids. You don't know anything about life. You don't have much experience to raise a child. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why teen pregnancy is so high now.
And when the elderly or the older folks whatever say we are destroying our own generation, it's their fault. I don't want them to take, I don't want to say they have to take complete, like, total blame for it, but it's their fault. They need to raise their children. Because if they raise their children the right way, this generation will be much better. Much, much better.
But there's some, but I think it's not only raising though. Even though I did say that, it's not only raising, but I do think sometimes it's because the kids are spoiled. Because I know some people who parents they raise
That's
them
still
well.
like, they still goes under raising children.
No,
If
I
you
know
spoil-
parents who raise their kids well, have respect for people, have respect for others, have manners, you know. But they're spoiled. They get everything they want. So I feel that, well, mommy lets me have any car I want. Mommy lets me have any shoes I want. So maybe she'll let me have this baby. I think sometimes we're spoiled. Like being spoiled.
Another thing could be, like, you have your baby brother. Say you're 14, you have your baby brother. You're taking care of him. You're basically his mother. When his birth mother is doing whatever she wants to do, not taking care of him, whatever. And then you feel so attached to him, you feel like he's your son. Then you like 2 years later, you're like, you know what? I want my own baby. Because I can't claim my little brother as my son, so I want to get my own son. So they go and get pregnant to take care of their own baby.
Yeah, to feel love, basically. Yeah. They feel, well, nobody in my household loves me, and no, my friends don't care about me. Maybe I'll have a baby by some random person, and it'll love me, First of all, for the religious people out there, you have God. You don't need nobody else to love you. I'm telling you that right now. You can be alone on this earth, which most of us will probably be alone on this earth. Don't fight for other humans' love and affection. Trust me on that. I know personally, don't fight for somebody else's love. If there's other people, other humans out there that'll love you, then that's perfect. That's awesome. But don't fight for it. Don't, okay, my mom don't love me. Let me find if my dad love me. Let me try to do something to make this person love me. Don't fight for love. If you're a religious person, you believe in God, God will love you. You don't need no one else.
That's why they go off and look for boyfriends and boyfriends and boyfriends, because they think, my parents don't love me, my family don't love me, maybe a boyfriend I have will love me. And then that leads to another pregnancy.
Yep.
It could have been a mistake.
If you love me, you would do this for me. Yeah, please. He say that, tell him wait. If he can't wait, he's not worth it. Trust me on
that. This is
something that will make me upset and start going crazy. Yeah. So that's what we're kind of like quiet. It's not even, we don't know what to say. It's just crazy. Like, you see your friend one day, she's perfectly fine, we're cool, we're hanging out. A few months later, she can't go to the party. Why? Because she's pregnant. Or, she had a baby. Or she have complications. And it's not only having a baby at a young age, it's also you being young and having a baby. You're putting yourself at risk. You're putting your whole body, your health at risk. Your body's not fully developed, and, this and that can get out of place. It's crazy. And it's to the point where pregnancy is becoming okay. And it's not even like, the parents say it's okay. It's just like society,
Back to that show, 16 and Pregnant.
It's not only that, it was way before it. You have a few, you have a few pregnant teens out there, and all of a sudden, in society, it's okay to be pregnant at a young age. Watch in a few years, when we're in our 40s and 50s, they're going to be 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds walking around pregnant like it's okay. I know I refuse. Right now, I refuse to see any of my siblings pregnant, any of my friends pregnant, and I refuse to be one of those adults who let my child be 10 or 11 and be pregnant. Because it's unnecessary. It's stupid. You're not doing your job as a parent. I know a lot of them, their parents don't care. I know a lot of them. But you're young. Why are you throwing away your childhood for something like that? Why?
Sometimes, like, in that moment that they're pregnant, they don't realize that they're throwing away their child until they actually give birth. Until they actually see,
it's not even when they give birth. It's the fact that they keep the baby. Especially those kids out there who, think first. Just think first. If you're thinking about having a baby, do whatever. I think you shouldn't, but if that's up to you, who am I to say you can't do it? Do whatever, but think about it. If you cannot afford that baby, if your family can barely afford you and your siblings, how are you going to be able to afford that baby? So, we're out of time, obviously. We'll maybe have a part 2 on this. But remember, keep love real. Have a nice day.